Let me ask you a deeply philosophical, serious question. In your first Tucker interview, you had two interesting chairs in the background. I think they reference a now legendary meme. The choice is piki tachone или hui drachone. What is the philosophical wisdom in the dilemma that these two chairs present? Have you had to face the dilemma yourself, personally?
Not this exact dilemma. I think this is a riddle that people have to face in Russian prisons. And metaphorically, it's describing all the situations where you're presented a choice between two suboptimal options. When you're running a big business or when you're running a large country, it is similar. You sometimes face this dilemma. What are you going to do? This very horrible thing or this also very horrible thing? So I think the right answer to this riddle is not to do any of these things. Reframe the question. Design a solution that turns a disadvantage into an advantage, and then use it to cope with the other side of the problem. So do you know the answer to that riddle?
No, somebody on the internet said, не ходи туда, где задают такие вопросы, which is basically try to avoid the situations where such dilemmas present themselves, where there's no right answer.
This is one of the ways to answer this question. If you got to a tricky situation that probably earlier you made a certain mistake,
You fucked up already.
it should have been avoided. But the other quite creative answer to this question is that you take the sharp objects from one of the chairs or the spikes, and then they use them to cut off the objects from the other chair. And you know what objects I'm talking about.
That's a very engineering solution. I'm glad somebody came up with that.
I believe this is the right answer. We are often being manipulated by politicians, by corporate leaders, to make a choice from two suboptimal options. And then when we are forced to make this choice and we make this choice, it's almost as if it's something that we have to assume responsibility for. I don't think we should be buying into that.